Hello, today I'm going to be talking about why formative and summative assessments should be observed separately within a school setting. First, I'm going to start about the importance of evaluations within a school district. Evaluations help gauge teacher quality with direct student learning. It also shows the relationships between teachers and students. When we know students think we believe in them, their effort level in class will be higher and more successful. As an evaluator, this is something to look for every time you go into the classroom. The next reason why evaluations are important are the differentiation ideas and sharing. Teachers are constantly bringing new ideas and collaboration together and learning from each other. This can happen within the school with student to student interaction or outside the evaluation process after reflection is done with members of the evaluating team. The next reason evaluations are important is because it keeps high expectations for all staff members and we continue to build on student achievement. Now, as we talk about relationships between administrators and staff members, there's a professional and personal level that we are talking about. Within relationships between administrators and staff members, trust and confidentiality is key. Thinking about our school's climate, we also want school members to work together and grow and learn from each other. Along with relationships, we look at empathy and learning about each other outside of the school day by listening. And lastly, with relationships, we work on backing teachers of new ideas and being open to ideas to make our school a better place. I'm now going to talk about a little bit about formative assessments. Formative assessments help teachers identify concepts that students are struggling to understand, skills they're having to acquire, and this is happening during that student learning. Modifications are happening for students of all levels. Now, as an administrator, when I go in and look at a school and a classroom on the formative assessment, I would be looking for ongoing assessment to improve practices without threat of punishment or promise of reward with student work. Also during this time, looking at feedback among students and the interaction that they give. With positive interaction comes the idea of free thought and expression to help each other become better learners. During another formative assessment evaluation, you might see tasks differentiated based on levels from prior lessons or units. The other type of evaluations that we are going to look at when I am observing is summative assessments. This is done at the conclusion of an instructional period. It can determine whether the student has understood what they've been taught with progress and achievement. We are measuring the growth, possibly from a pre-test to a post-test, and we are making placement decisions among what the next steps are in this unit. Now, as I go into a classroom as an administrator and an evaluator, I would want to look for clear performance standards, rubric usage, students with the same task, and a usage of tools and materials. Now, why should these two assessments be evaluated separately? That is easy. Formative assessments and evaluation should be brought forth with interaction and learning. That means that the observations of student collaboration should be very present. They're working based on levels to either help each other learn or push each other's thinking further. There's a lot of self-reflection happening and whole group discussions happening as well. When we go to summative assessments in the classroom, that is more individual work, looking at their own understanding with the same task. During summative assessments, there's not as much room for creativity for teaching styles because it is a collection of data to know what students understand. Now, in conclusion, both are extremely important for evaluators to observe in the classroom. However, observing at two different points in the same time allows to show their creativity of teachers and how they link standards and final assessments for their teaching. Formative assessments are easier for teachers to share their teaching style in short amount of time with the interaction and allowing for the evaluator to see relationships that have grown together throughout the school year. When observing summative assessments, it is a data collection tool that you want to make sure teachers have when finishing up units or however the evaluation may go together, but it may not bring light to the whole teacher dynamic and love of the job. It is hard to get both of these things into strong lessons no matter what grade level or setting is being observed. This is why I believe that formative and summative assessment should be observed at different times by an evaluator.